Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the.
Welcome back, bro. This is the first podcast.
All right. Well, I would like to welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 1 of the Film Friends.
And hosted by two of the world's okayest guitar players.
Well, Daniel's actually a good guitar player, and I would consider myself, I wouldn't say beginner, but somewhere like I know the pentatonic. That's about it. And I haven't really advanced for the past, 8 years.
Mike and I are both average
No, we are
guitar
not
players.
both. We are not both. Don't do that. We're not both.
We're
not both. We're not both.
You are an average guitar player.
I'm not.
I am I would say that I'm average.
You're a professional. If you want me to tell the truth, I'm not going to tell the truth on the podcast. I will. I will. You're a professional level talent who doesn't put the work in.
That's very accurate.
Yeah.
That's so accurate.
Yeah.
I'm just lazy. I'm one of the laziest people I've ever met.
Yeah. But outside of guitar,
Mike is the opposite. Mike is like one of the most hardworking people I know in terms of YouTube channels and stuff.
No, not even that. I feel like I could work a lot harder.
Really?
Yes. Like I feel like what this channel could be, and I hope one day will be, is like, I'm not even talking about subscribers or dollars. Just like when I watch people like Life of Riza or like Natalie Lynn or like Colt Kerwin, who are all film guys.
Right.
They're like, what they do compared to what I do is like years ahead, literal years. And it's like, maybe I'll get there one day with a lot of hard work, but as of right now, not even close.
Do you think you could go to like school for something like that?
No, because none of those guys went to film school.
Oh, really?
My favorite YouTuber currently is Natalie Lynn, and she just started making videos when she was like 16 or 17, and now she's like 21, I think. Because her last video was of her 21st birthday, and she just during YouTube just started making videos. It's one of the best I've ever seen.
That's crazy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that goes to show you don't need a college degree to be good at something.
You don't, actually. I hope my mom does. My mom wouldn't like me saying that.
Is your mom going to see this, though?
Yeah, she will. She watches everything. She watches every video. My mother is my biggest fan. That is,
really?
She watches every single second of every single video. Every second.
Dude, my parents might have seen half of my videos. Maybe half of them.
My mother watches it like legitimately every video that comes out. She's like the first to watch it. She's the first to be like, if every time I get a new subscriber mark, like whether that's 156,000 or 157,000, 158, she texts me every single time, no matter what. Congratulations on XXX. I'm like, thanks, Mom.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. That's funny. Of course, I will say this. I feel like a large part of the reason my parents don't watch my stuff is because like you just make higher quality videos than me. Like my stuff is like there's stuff on my channel right now that I'm like, you need to take that down. But like I'm too lazy to actually do it, you know?
It takes like 6 seconds to go into YouTube Studio and get like push the check mark button.
Yeah.
And though I will say more recently, I've been thinking more about YouTube in terms of like, I'm not going to take any of my old videos down, even if I'm super embarrassed about them. But I will do that on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Like I would.
I feel that.
I would take down a video on Instagram if I was. I've taken down most of my Instagram videos because I find them to be utterly embarrassing.
Which are you just talking about the ones where you make beats and stuff, or it's?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ones where I make beats, ones where I talk. I did this podcast for a while called the Dating Apps Podcast.
Oh no.
And it was 40-second clips of me talking about my experience with different dating apps. And when I say dating apps, I mean like mozzarella sticks and like stuff like that.
There's a dating app called Mozzarella Sticks?
Well, I don't think you get the joke. Apps.
Oh, Bro, right over my head, bro.
Yeah,
wow, that's good though. That's good though.
So I would be like, welcome back to the Dating Apps Podcast. My name is Mike, and today we will be talking about my favorite app currently, which is Mozzarella Sticks. And I was hoping that it would like spark a lot of intrigue. Like people would see it and they'd be like, wait, Mike's talking about his dating experience? That's probably really, really cringe and embarrassing. I want to see that. And then they'd get there and I'd be talking about salads and blooming onions.
The samplers, yeah.
And they'd probably think I was weirder from that. But
right, yeah. That maybe that type of thing though is a good insight into like how quirky you actually are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
That's so funny. So we were gonna talk about movies, weren't we?
We were gonna talk about movies, but maybe this doesn't need to be a movie podcast.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe this just needs to be like we talk about life.
It could be, I guess.
Yeah. But in terms of life movies, the most recent one I saw was Aquaman 2: The Lost Kingdom.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about this.
Not good. It wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen, but not good.
You know what's funny is when I was in Texas this past weekend with my family or my sister, her husband, I think it was Monday night. Yeah, it was Monday night, which would have been Christmas. He was like, Lauren's she bailed on going to see Aquaman with me.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to go, we could totally go.
Oh gosh.
And I was like, I heard Mike's voice in the back of my head, like, it's trash.
It's not the worst. It's not the worst movie I've ever seen. I've seen worse movies, but like, there's no value in it. There's no value in that movie. It's like bland. It's just everything you think is gonna happen happens. Everything that happens in every other superhero movie happens, and at the end you go, "Oh yeah, that."
I've only seen that story 10,000 times.
10,000 times with Jason Momoa, who there was this thing that happened. And here's the thing. Sometimes I get scared of what I'm going to say, but I don't care. There's like 100 people who's going to watch this podcast. Jason Momoa. I just, not a great actor. He's just not. There was this thing in the early 2000s where if someone was in Game of Thrones, they were all of a sudden, which I haven't seen, so maybe, but there was this thing where if someone was in Game of Thrones, then immediately they were catapulted to this level of if they're going to be in the next movie they're going to be in is amazing because they were in Game of Thrones. They did the same thing with Sophie Turner. And they were like, when Sophie Turner was going to be an X-Men, I was like, who's Sophie Turner? Like, why would they cast her as Jean Grey? That's like a huge thing. And they were like, oh no, dude, it's okay. She was in Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
And Momoa is the same thing where for some reason I thought he was going to be a great actor because everyone told me he was in Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones was apparently the best thing ever. And every single role I've seen him in, which is only Aquaman, so maybe he has a larger range, but his whole like, mommy, that whole thing, just every time
Cringe.
I don't like. They're trying to make Aquaman cool, the surfer bro Aquaman. It's not as cool as they think it is. Jason Momoa is not a great actor. Amber Heard got into Hollywood simply because she's a hot chick, and everyone knows that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there we go. That's what we wanted to. This is becoming a podcast.
Yeah. Okay. I see little to. It's not the worst movie ever. Let's just leave it at that. It's not. Have you watched any movies recently?
Yes. So, John Wick. I had seen the first one before.
Okay.
Which was pretty good. But I knew they had made a bunch of sequels.
Yes.
And I was on the plane to Texas to go see my family, and I was like, I need to kill 2 hours, so I was like, John Wick 2, let's do this. And it was pretty good, I would say. Not as good as the first one, but I mean, I feel like it's very difficult for like sequels to capture the same magic as the first one always does, But I sort of, after I finished the second one, I was watching it on Tubi, the app,
Oh gosh,
and
we got a broke boy over here.
oh yeah, I'm a brokey. Sorry, I just exposed myself. I definitely wouldn't be. I wouldn't be good enough for my coworker.
We'll talk about your coworker next because I have some stats that I looked up on that.
Oh gosh, here we go, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Am I still going about John Wick?
Yeah, John Wick.
Okay. Anywho, so I finished John Wick 2 and I went on to 3, Parabellum, and 3 was good all the way up until the ending, and I mean, no spoilers. I'm sure there's people that have already seen it, but it's a freaking. It's just I felt like it was just lazy writing. It's like, oh, you just clearly you want to set up a 4th movie.
2 of my favorite critics called John Wick 4 one of the top 3 movies of 2023.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I'm excited then because that's the next one that I got to see.
I've heard it's phenomenal. I saw one with my friend Carson, shout out Carson, incredible friend. But he was like, "You got to see this," and I think I understood it.
Yeah,
I understood. I don't know if I loved it yet.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe that would take 2 or 3 movies, but I understand why it's so beloved.
Right. Yeah.
But
I feel like it's beloved because just the character John Wick.
The character of John
mean?
Wick, and it's like there can be nonsensical action with someone like a Jason Statham or The Rock or any other of the big action heroes, but John Wick feels different. And like you said, probably because of the character.
Yeah.
And because
the
of
Baba Yaga.
And I think just maybe self-awareness too of this is a guy who is I don't know. This is like of his dog getting kidnapped. Like they are very self-aware of how ridiculous this is.
Right. Yeah.
Instead of being in like, I don't know, whatever. Let's talk about girls. I was on the phone with Daniel the other day because I call him at work sometimes to vent, and he one of his coworkers walks by, and we get on the conversation on the topic of how much it would take, how much a guy would have to pay to take her out on a date, how much a date should cost, and her response: $300.
Oh, man.
300 smack. And that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my entire life. To this point, like legitimately the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh my gosh, bro, that's so. Oh my gosh, dude.
$300. I don't know any restaurants that cost $300, let alone like $300.
Bro, what's funny is I'm now using that whenever we're getting conversations with other. It's like me, her, and like other coworkers.
Yeah.
So something that happened the other day was I told her about me taking the half day off. She was like, "Why not take the full day off?" And I was like, "I mean, I like money." And she said, "Who needs money?" And I brought it up. Like, okay. What do you want?
Yeah, don't even try that. Don't even try that over here,
bro.
The crazy thing is, like, I don't know. I feel like we've talked about this, and I feel like growing up there was this expectation of like you treat her like a queen. What you do is you go up to a girl in the streets and you say, "Hey, I think you." And you have to have a swagger to it. As I was told, like growing up, you walk up to some chick and you go, "Hey, by the way, hey, I think you're beautiful. I'm a great man. I want to take you out to the nicest steakhouse in town." And I feel how
many times has that ever worked for anybody?
I feel like that's what our dads did in the 80s. Like you go up to a girl and you're like, "Hey, I want to take you out to the nicest steakhouse in town." And she said $300. $300. I had this conversation also with
money ain't a thing, bro.
I had this conversation with one of my buddies who came to my house for Christmas dinner. Shout out Austin. And I was like $300, and he was like, "Mike, if you were looking for a girl, which I'm not, how much How much would you spend on a date with her? I was like, $4. And if you can't take her out for $4, she's not worth going out with. That is it.
Bro, with inflation, nowadays inflation, that's like a pack of gum, bro.
You go to a coffee no, it's not. Because you go to a coffee shop and you get to the coffee shop, and most of the things on that coffee, I don't drink coffee, so maybe this is wrong, but if she's not ordering like the most expensive thing on the menu, how much is that going to cost?
What? I mean, if lattes nowadays are like $4.50.
Yeah, but she's not ordering a lot. It's like going out to dinner with your friend's parents. You don't order the most expensive thing on the menu. That's just like that's just like common courtesy. But you go cheap because you know someone else is paying, because you know the dude is a gentleman, hopefully, right, if you're going out. 100%. And you get there, whatever. You get there, she orders her coffee. Let's say it's $2.50. I order my water because I don't drink coffee, and because, like I said, $4 was my limit. $2.50 plus tax in Nashville, you're probably getting around $3.15. They're gonna ask for a tip, which, okay, let's get into it. I'm like, tipping is necessary because of what they make, but sometimes tipping gets absolutely ridiculous nowadays. So
they flip the screen around you. It's gonna ask you a question, and they just
So now we're at $3.25. So with a tip,
screen's gonna ask you a question
of 75 cents, which is like what, 20 or 30%.
Bro, I'd honestly
sorry, I'm terrible at math. Yeah, that's about 20 something percent. You just paid $4. If that girl isn't happy, then she's not for me.
Bro, it's so funny. Dude, so there's another guy that is actually like you. The only other guy I've ever met, bro. I don't know. But I used to work with him at my old job. But he actually told me a story. He was taking this one girl out today. I think it was in college. And it was a Red Lobster. And she ordered I can't remember what she ordered. She ordered some like lobster dish. It was the first date. She ordered some lobster dish. It was like $50.
The waiter would come back, and I would go, homeboy. He would be like, as they always say, "Is this on one check?" And I'd be like, "It's not."
We're doing separate.
Yeah, we're doing. If she's ordering $50 lobster and I don't know you split that, not because you're not a gentleman, but because she is being utterly ridiculous.
No. So what happened was she ordered or was she asking the waiter or something? I can't remember. She ordered it, and he said, he leaned over to her and said, "Just so you know, if you order that, you're paying for that." Bro, he never talked to her again after that.
It's as simple as that.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know if I would have the balls to actually do that. On a date. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't. Back in my younger days, actually, yeah,
That's why you don't take her to Red Lobster on the first date, bro.
No, I think I would. At this point in my life, if and again, I'm not in any way looking to date anybody, but if I were in this hypothetical scenario and we went to Red Lobster, which we wouldn't even go in the first place because that's just temptation,
right? Yeah.
And she sat down and she was like, "Let me get the lobster." I'd be like, "Let me get the heck out of here."
Bro, it's so true, man.
Like there would be no second date. There would be no third date. There would just be me.
Oh, is it? It's still recording, right?
It's still recording.
Okay.
I'll check the levers real quick.
Sorry.
There would just be me going up to this particular.
So the screen on Mike's Mac just locked. So
I've been clipping.
That's why, dude. So there was a girl I met on Bumble that I took out on a date, and we went to Carrabba's, I think, for the first date.
Carrabba's dope.
Oh yeah, Carrabba's is nice, but me and her together was like, after a tip, it was like $45 or $50 or something.
Why in the world did you take her to Carrabba's?
I can't remember, honestly.
You see,
I think
the problem is not
But I'm saying she was a good a good one.
No,
'Cause
I know
she didn't order a $50 meal.
The
you know what I mean?
problem is not the women, because the temptation right here is to be like, the problem is like some entitled chick, some group of entitled chicks who think that they deserve $300-$400 days. The problem is simps like you who are willing to pay for them.
No. I would never. No. I'm $300. No, I'm not.
No, Carrabba's, this is like what, 25 a person?
That's
Yeah.
yeah. It's like 20 a person.
Yeah, that's like 20.
It was.
You good tip
Yeah.
her? That's $50.
It was expensive.
Because you're gonna go on the date, and you know what's gonna happen. Simps like you are like, I can't have her think that I'm cheap. I can't have her think that I'm cheap. I need to know that I need her to know that my mother raised me right. So you give a little extra tip. You know you did. You know you did.
I mean, I didn't give an extra. I certainly tipped like 15% or 18%, something like that.
Yeah.
Like I feel like the tip says like 15% is like okay, yeah, you're that's the bare minimum.
Yeah.
18 is like, you know, I'm respectable.
Have you ever because there's the meme.
Anything over 20%, that's like,
There's
bro,
the meme
you got
that's
got money.
There's the meme that's always out of like the dudes who, like the one dude who used to be a waiter going to rest. Have you seen those? Like the one dude who used to be a waiter, and there's always one dude that you're out with who's like used to be a waiter, used to work in the food industry, who's like tips 20% something or 25%, who's like, oh, I used to be a waiter.
Yeah,
So,
I used to be a waiter as well, and that's why I never tip below 15%. For me. That's the bare minimum.
It's weird with tipping because with me, unless you're like completely horrendous and spit in my food, you're getting the same tip as the person who did like a good job.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You would have to go really, really above and beyond to get like, I don't know, 25% tip. Usually I give like similar things. I usually go around 15 to 20.
15 to 20.
But I've been in that scenario as a younger man, like 10 years ago. Who was it? It was, when was it? We like went to formal in college. I took some girl to formal, and I could tell I was being a simp, and I was just tipping extra because I knew she could see the bill, and it's like, never again, never again, never again.
They got you, bro.
Never again. You just look stupid. You just look
bro.
really stupid.
So Mike is not this incorruptible, you know.
No, I'm a force now. But
you learned. You're reformed.
I learned that like there is no girl. Oh, my mother's gonna hate me for saying this.
Bro, I'm envisioning her watching this right now as you say this.
There's no girl on this planet that is worth taking out that you have not met that is worth spending $20.
Are you serious, Mike?
Yeah, I'm being.
Are you serious?
$20? Do you know how far $20?
Son, we did not raise you like that, okay?
She would literally shout out to my mom. She's the best mom ever. But there's no girl on this planet that is worth $20 on a first date.
$20 on a first date?
None. Zero. Absolutely.
Bro,
zero.
I feel like you could easily go to like, there was another girl I matched with on Hinge. We went to Hattie B's on the first date.
Well, that's your second problem.
Bro, but that's not like a ridiculous $20 because I think the total was like around $25 when we went to Hattie B's. I didn't feel like that was ridiculous.
$20 is the definition of ridiculous.
Bro, this man is cheap, son.
$4.
Oops.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Like $20, dude. $20. I could buy so much more. And then the other thing is, what if you don't like her?
Okay, you take the L. You know what I mean?
I don't take L's. I have too much to live for. I'm just telling you right now.
Bro, I feel like 70% of my life is taking L's, dude.
I'm taking some L's, but I'm not taking a $50 L. I just bought a new filter for my camera, and it was like $70, and I felt like crying because,
bro, you learned it from Andrew, son.
No, I felt like crying because the filter didn't do what I needed it to. Like it wasn't as good as I thought it was, and I realized I wasted money on something like I didn't need. Andrew was the first one. Andrew Master, shout out. He was the first one who initially pointed out how cheap he thought I was, because he was like,
He thought you were cheap?
yeah, because he was like, he was the one who taught me buy once, cry once, because I had to get more hard drives once I started doing longer
my
videos, and
gosh.
he was like, I was like, which one should I get? And he goes, this one, and it was like $100, and I was like, Andrew, do you know how many tacos I could get with $100? And he's like, you are the cheapest person I've ever met, and I was like,
I can't believe Andrew had the gall to say that about somebody.
yeah.
That is I feel like Andrew is on a different level than even you. But maybe I'm wrong.
I feel like Andrew would probably take his wife out for more than $4.
That's his wife though. So obviously he would.
I'm in the
She
same,
bore him a son.
I'm in the same category with wives. Why?
What? Not even if she was already your wife and had kids with you?
Maybe I'll give her $6. $6. That
Bro,
engagement ring, $4.
Bro, he's gonna go to Walmart and just get an earring, like an oversized earring.
What are the things?
He's
at
gonna give her a
Walmart
hoop
with
earring,
with
bro.
with the crank things at Walmart.
What crank things?
You know the you put like a quarter in and then you crank it and then something comes out.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, it's like a gumball machine.
Yeah, like a gumball machine. Those have
They have rings in them?
Yeah.
Bro, that's hilarious.
They cost a quarter, and if you know she's in it, not for your money, if she'll accept that ring.
Bro, honestly, my girlfriend, which is another green flag.
Mm-hmm.
She said that she doesn't care if I spend a lot of money on the ring.
She says that now.
Can't send her the link to this now. Can't send her the link.
She says that now. She says that now, but
Bro,
however long until you propose,
She also said, well, she said she'd been watching it, like maybe some YouTube video, YouTubers that she looks up to, or maybe takes advice from. And like apparently she told me, she was like, yeah, I mean, I think it would be reasonable, like if we just didn't overspend on like the ring or the wedding, because we need to save it for a house.
That's actually good advice, dude. For someone who for someone as uninterested as me, I've had so much experience with this, because at my college we had a class called Courtship and Marriage that I took.
Oh, really?
I got a C. I got a C because I was just like watching guitar videos in the back the entire time, which
Guitar Hero story right there, ladies and gentlemen.
But in the class we had to learn like the average cost of the average American wedding.
Mm.
You want to take a guess?
10 grand. More?
Yeah.
More than 10 grand.
Double that.
20 grand.
No. In 2015 when I took the class, it was 26 grand.
Oh my gosh.
It's over.
Oh, well, actually, yeah, because they're probably factoring in the extremes as well.
It's over.
There's probably a lot of rich people that have, $100,000, $200,000 weddings.
And I remember, shout out to my friend Paula, who I don't think she'll be watching, but I remember it was during the 2017 Rose Bowl, because it was me and a couple of my buddies, and my friend Paula was there, and she was like, she was the girl in the group. So like when it was over, she was like, let's watch Say Yes to the Dress. And we were all like, yeah, sure, why not? And we were watching this. It was like $5 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand. And I was like,
just for a dress
I was just like,
that you wear once.
I was like, how about no? I don't know. I saw this. I saw this thing, and maybe it's the cynic in me that I need to like get worked out. But I saw this guy one time who's like, this wedding ring symbolizes that if you need it, I'll go get it. And I was like, I'm not going to get it. She can get it herself. Jeez.
If you need it, go to the doctor and ask him to get it for you.
Like, if you need
Mike Cole's philosophy.
If you need an engagement. Oh yeah, that was the other thing that my buddy pointed out. He was like, come on, Mike, you can't be serious. $4. And I'm like, I'm 100%.
I'm 100% serious.
Yeah. And we saw a girl who he liked on TV. He was like, who was it? Oh yeah, it was Anne Hathaway.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, I was like, how much would you, like if you got a date with Anne Hathaway, how much would you spend? He's like, 5 G's. or something like that.
5 G's.
That is a very big scenario. That's Anne Hathaway, and he's like,
True, yeah.
"What would you do, Mike?" I'm like, 1, no, 2, $4. Anne Hathaway, Mila Kunis, whoever. 4. There are no exceptions. $4.
Yeah, but no, here's the thing. I feel like you would stick out from the average guy because the average guy probably would go out of their way to spend 5 G's. So, like, if they wanted to go on a date where a guy's going to spend 5 G's on them, they could do that in a second.
That's not a date. That's just like that's simp memoriam.
That's true. Yeah, a simporium.
Yeah, simporium. 5 G's.
That's a good one. Simporium. 5 G's, bro.
Like,
you would stick out.
Let me take you on my private plane with my with Gordon Ramsay's gonna cook for us.
Right, yeah. Let's fly to Aruba. Just cause.
Let's go to Aruba and on my private yacht that I rent out for money that doesn't even matter to me.
Bro, that's my coworker's probably going like, yeah, that's what I want right now. Fly me to Aruba. Spend that money on me.
No. You haven't proved anything.
Bro, you would listen, man. If you really if you knew you were going to go on a date with Mila Kunis and you only spent $4, I gotta hand it to you. You are a man of principle.
I am a man of principle because I would never go out with Mila Kunis because she's married to a man who's much better than me.
In a hypothetical situation where she was single.
There's no hypothetical. She's married to Ashton Kutcher.
I understand.
Like a 6'3"
Okay, well, let's pick a name out of a hat. Let's pick a name out of a hat that is she's single. What's her? Yeah, what's her name? Gabby Wilson.
Gabby Wilson.
Yeah, Let's say you're going on a date with her. How much you spend?
$350.
He's actually a simp, ladies and gentlemen.
No, how am I a simp? I said $350.
$350, bro.
$3.50.
Bro, you were lying.
No,
you were lying.
No, I'm not. $3.50.
$3.50.
$3.50
on Gabby Wilson.
Gabby,
the woman of your dreams.
She's not.
Oh, really? I thought she was. Who's the woman of your dreams this week?
There is no woman of my dream.
Really?
I have none.
Dang, bro, that's kind of tough.
I have none.
You never have dreams about women?
I have a dream. Oh, I actually can't say that because I have this joke I'm going to use about dreams.
Oh,
with one of my friends who's a girl. I'm not interested, but I have to save it.
Oh, okay. So we can't.
Yeah,
we can't do it now.
I can't leak it on the podcast because I think it's really good, actually.
Okay, I got you. Dang, $3.50 on Gabby Wilson.
$3.50.
That's tough, bro. You are a man of principle. I'll give you that.
Principle. I just.
Oh wow, I'm cramping.
What?
I got a cramp.
I just don't think. I don't think it's worth it to spend any more than you have to on someone who you don't know. Like, I'm already expecting.
Oh, okay.
You're already expected to pay.
Right.
I don't know. Maybe.
Wait, so this is the situation we're talking about is you're going on a date with someone you've never spoken to before.
Even if it's someone I have.
Okay, well let's say you've been knowing this girl for like a year now and you've been in the fields for a while. First date, what you spending?
I wouldn't ask her on a first date. You repress your feelings so you never have to get rejected.
You repress your feelings so you never have to get rejected. That's the Mike Cole philosophy right there, bro.
No, but if for some reason if you did take her on a date, you spend $350.
Dang, bro. Even a girl you already know.
Even a girl you already know.
A girl you've been knowing.
You've known her forever. She knows you're not going to spend. If she's out with you after knowing you for a year, she knows you're not going to spend $20 or $30 to take her to Red Lobster or I just remember I went to Formal with this one girl who in college, and we went to. It was the first time I realized the system was screwed up.
Yeah,
because and she's a wonderful girl. Just got married recently.
Oh, okay.
And she was a good friend. And at Formal, we went to Five Guys.
Okay, nice.
Five Guys, so expensive, dude.
It is. Yeah, it is crazy expensive.
And I remember thinking to myself, like, I just spent $35, $40 to hang out with a chick. What is this?
I want my money back, you know?
$35 or $40. Jeez, man.
Oh my gosh, that's funny, bro.
I will say she was in my top 4 girls that I ever went to a formal with.
Oh yeah.
I only went to 4. No, she was great though. She was great.
Oh, that's funny, dude. Did I ever tell you about the one bad experience I had at Five Guys? It was just recent.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, never mind then. Yeah, it was weird. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it's just, because Five Guys, you're like, oh yeah, dude, Five Guys got those goods.
I have,
you know
for our
I mean?
listeners who, I don't know how many people are listening to this. For our listeners who may not know, I struggle with horrible stomach issues that I've been trying to figure out for the last 12 years. So I can't eat all of the fast food that I once did when I was spring chicken. So it's hard for me now to talk about fast food. But I remember me and my friends, especially around like early college, our thing to do was to go to McDonald's at like 11 p.m. There was 2 McDonald's in our town. Yeah. There was a regular McDonald's, and there was ghetto McDonald's. And we knew exactly which one we were talking about because we'd be like, yo, meet up. Which McDonald's are we going to? We're going to ghetto McDonald's. Big Mac, lettuce, tomato, ketchup, large fry, 2 apple pies, 4 chicken McNuggets, and a McFlurry.
That was your go-to?
Every time. What was yours?
To be honest, when I was in college, we had a Papa John's like 8 minutes down the road.
Ooh, barbecue chicken bacon pizza, bro.
See, I was cheap. They had this deal. You get like a carry out pizza for like a 1 topping large for like $8. Bro, I was copping that pepperoni pizza.
And here's the thing. It's coming out again, man. The same dudes in college who will be like, I will not spend $3 to get a pizza with you, are the same dudes who'll be like, this engagement ring is so special. I need to spend 10 grand. Same exact.
Bro, you're so right, bro. The same people.
Yeah.
Bro.
And you're just like
if you like every time you go to the gas station with this dude, he's like, you're paying this time, right?
Yeah.
Like, I paid last time, right?
Same dude will be like, dude, she needs like a $10,000 ring. You're just like, homie, what? Homie, what? What is that ring made of? Like eternal happiness?
Yeah, that would be nice. I feel like that could actually be part of a movie lore, like a ring made of eternal happiness.
I don't know. I've had a lot of movie ideas. Just Mike the filmmaker.
Yeah, 100%.
Those of you who don't know, my dream is to be a filmmaker. I don't know what context that is, but we'll take. But I've had a lot of.
Remind me, I got to ask you a question about movies after this, but keep going.
One of the things I've been really, really thinking of doing is making a movie based on like weddings or something. Just because I used to be a wedding DJ for a living, and I've probably been to, in the last, since college, maybe 50 or 60 weddings.
God.
So I know a lot about how they work. And
hold on, wait. How many of those 50, 60 couples are still together?
I think most of them.
Oh,
if not all. Yeah.
Wow, dude. He's a good luck charm.
I'm a good luck charm. And it's like, yeah, I know how they work. And for someone who doesn't like participate in romantic life, like it would be weird for me making like a rom-com, but I actually would love to make like a romantic comedy.
Oh, yeah?
Like an actual good one.
Wait. Yeah, because this is another thing you've said before. You said there's actually not one good rom-com, right?
No, I didn't say that. I said
really?
One of the things that Gabby Wilson said that I loved, absolutely loved, was she was doing an interview with her dad, and she was like, you remember what you taught me growing up? There's only 2 genres of music, good music and bad music.
Oh, dude.
That's deep.
That is so deep, bro.
And I believe the same thing about movies. Only two types of movies. There's good movies and there's bad movies.
Good movies and bad movies.
And
that is crazy. His Mac just locked again, and it's giving me anxiety. I don't know why.
And I truly do think that there are good. 500 Days of Summer is one of my 5 favorite movies that I've ever seen.
Is that a rom-com?
It's a romantic movie, but I wouldn't call it like a specific rom-com.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite movies.
Is it less calm or less rom?
Less calm? Like it's
Oh,
really
okay.
funny, but it's more playing on like.
So it's more of a chick flick than it is a.
No, it's more playing on. It's not a chick flick.
Okay.
None. It's more playing on deconstructing what rom-coms are.
Really?
It's a very good movie, but
Interesting.
I would love to make something like that. Which, I mean, if we want to get back on movies, I saw this movie recently, on the flight.
Wait, can I stop you?
Yes.
Okay. I just got to ask you this.
Yes.
Because I know I'm gonna forget.
Yes.
So you've seen The Equalizer, right?
Yes.
And John Wick.
Yes.
Who wins in a fight, John Wick or The Equalizer?
John Wick.
Really?
I think so.
Okay. I need to watch The Equalizer.
I would say John Wick. Though,
Okay.
just real quick before we get to it, Denzel, I really admire what Denzel's just in the phase of life. I feel like where he's just like, I had my I'm trying to be the GOAT phase,
Right. Yeah.
and now he's just like, I'm 68 and I do whatever I want.
Yeah.
And it's like, good for you, Denzel.
He's the king, bro.
Yeah.
He's the king.
But I watched a romantic comedy recently. It was called Love at First Sight.
Okay.
And it was about this. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Who was in it?
Do you know who Haley Lou Richardson is?
No, I never heard of it.
I actually really like her as an actress. I actually
Okay.
really like her. She did this movie called Love at First Sight, and I forget what the actor's name was. And have you seen The Good Place?
Bits and pieces, yeah.
Do you know the
Kristen Bell, James Woods.
Do you know the other girl in The Good Place?
No, I'm pretty sure I only know
she's
Kristen Bell.
Tall girl. Oh my goodness, this movie. I don't have anything I don't like cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie just poured, and it felt like a B grade 500 Days of Summer. Is what it felt like.
Oh, you mean cheese in the like cheesy sense, like when a movie's cheesy,
Yeah,
or
like when a movie
song is cheesy,
or just like life in general. I don't do well with cheese.
Even like actual cheese that you eat.
I actually don't like cheese that much, but that's another topic.
Oh,
but like,
okay.
I don't like
cheese in the figurative sense.
cheese in the figurative sense. I don't like corny. I don't like.
Okay.
Maybe that's why I can't go on dates, because like I just, surprising a girl with flowers makes me want to puke. Oh,
Yeah, that's
I really hope not many people make it this far in the podcast.
bro. After, like there was like a little bit of hope for you to find love before we started recording this.
I don't want to find love.
Any hope that you had before we started recording this is now.
I do.
No,
not.
Pearl. She would go for you.
Chill. We're not going there. Chill. We're not.
Okay, yeah. Sorry. Let's not.
So yes, I don't do well with cheesy things, and so this was like, this movie was like on top of the cheese, and there are just certain things. There's certain phrases in this movie. I'm not joking. I'm not. You think I'm joking? I'm not joking, because I watched it It's about these two people who start dating on a plane, and there were certain lines. I watched it because I was on a plane, and I was like, this could be interesting. Certain lines in that movie, I started gagging. Physically gagging. Like,
That's when it's for real cringe. Yeah.
and I was like,
I've seen movies like that. Yeah, 100%.
where you're just like, why?
This is just, yeah, it literally, you feel that like saliva build up in your mouth and you're like, I need to watch something else.
That line sounds icky, and I made it to the end, and it had gotten good reviews. Like,
For real.
Not good reviews, but it had gotten like better than Netflix rom-com reviews.
Oh, okay.
Like, because I've seen some of the other ones. Bro, shockingly enough, I watch a lot of movies. So I've seen a lot of the Netflix rom-coms. I've seen To All the Boys I've Loved. I've seen like...
Oh, see, I haven't even seen that.
It's fine.
Oh, yeah?
It's fine. But there is the trope nowadays of the Netflix rom-com, and it's so like a lot of them I feel like just are made with like intentionally to not be that good.
Really?
They're made to, they're made for a purpose. And I feel like, in a way, some action movies, like I watch the Transformers or I watch Fast and Furious, and I feel like that's the male version of whatever the rom-com is
Yeah, for females.
for females. But
Like that's like a rom-com is a female's comfort movie. You just put that just like it comes on, you're like, yeah, I like it.
yeah, I like it.
And then a male's comfort movie is Fast and Furious.
Yeah. And I've seen a lot of, or Transformers.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Fun fact, I never saw any other Transformers than the first one.
The first one's actually like, it's one of my top 25 movies ever.
Yeah. Very good movie.
It's comfort food for me. I know it's not like Star Wars Episode 5, but it's
Right, yeah.
it's good. It's like
It's a good movie.
it's a good movie.
100%.
I watched it right before 8th grade.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So-
Bro, that's when Megan Fox was like, in her prime.
You know what's funny is she got fired from the third Transformers movie.
Oh, yeah?
Because she called Michael Bay Hitler.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Bro, you can't do that with no directors, son.
No, you can't. And that they started beefing, and then eventually she was like off of the next movie, and they then they cast Rosie Huntington Whiteley
Yeah.
as their main female lead, and she is married to Jason Statham.
No way.
Yeah.
Good actress or no?
She's an actress. I don't know.
That's another one of those. We all know why she's an actress.
Okay, chill. We're not going there on the pod. She's an actress.
Right, yeah.
She's I actually don't. I think the third. I know you haven't. The third Transformers movie is like it's like a movie. The second one is where it gets bad.
Oh, really?
Like where it gets just objectively awful.
What is the one with Mark Wahlberg?
That's 4, and that one's basically how it went was. So here's the deal. So the first Transformers movie came out. I got sick and I got sent home from summer camp. My mom gave me that movie, and my mom's like, "Do you want any more movies to watch?" And I was like, "Let's try this Transformers one." Watched it, freaked out, loved it.
The first one?
First one.
Okay.
Second one I saw in theaters. My dad took me, and he was basically sleeping. He was like, "This is stupid," and I was 13. And I thought it was cool. But within like 2 years, I realized like
This is just
garbage,
boring.
This is just bad.
100%.
Third one came out. I watched it with my friend and her brother, and then the fourth one came out. And I was supposed to watch it with one of my buddies from college, and it's not his fault. I was like, let's meet at the movies on like Friday at 7. So we meet at the movies, and it's like 6:50. I'm there. I'm like, what's your ETA? Nothing. 7. What's your ETA? Nothing. 7:15. What's your ETA? Nothing. 7:20. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, thanks for showing up. And he's like, I'm so sorry. I fell asleep. I'm like, it's all good. But the fourth one was the first one. I made a video about it on Facebook. Still on there. I will still keep it up to this day.
Yeah.
And the video is just me going, I give that movie a 0 out of 10, a big fat one. Like one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
The Mark Wahlberg one.
First Mark Wahlberg one. Mark Wahlberg's a great actor.
Right, yeah.
The fifth one,
There's 5.
No, there's
wow.
I took 6 bathroom breaks during the fifth one.
Really?
Every 20 minutes, I would just have to be like, I can't keep watching this. And this is where I first knew how much I liked her as an actress. Sixth one was Bumblebee, starring Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah.
That is filmed in 16:9, I believe, which is crazy for a Transformers movie. That movie is really good.
Oh, wow.
Really. Haley Steinfeld is very talented.
So she's not just an actress because she's hot.
No, she's
actually a really good actress.
Very talented actor. She's in Begin Again, which is one of my favorite movies, and she's amazing. Like, she's like genuinely very, very talented.
Yeah.
She's in Bumblebee. That's Transformers 6, and Transformers 7 recently came out this year, and Transformers 7.
Oh, did you see it?
I did. This is what I talked about with Ashley.
Oh, okay.
Because she saw it, and I was shocked.
Ashley, guest character, maybe. Guest on the podcast? 1 week, maybe?
I don't have her contact information.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But if I did, yeah, sure. But yeah, I saw Transformers 7, and it was actually okay, which was
Yeah.
shock for a Transformers movie to be like okay. That's like me playing like an average guitar solo. You're like, good for you.
This guy, yeah, like he knows how to play.
But yeah, the Transformers movies, kind of like rom-coms. Sometimes they aren't meant to be the best,
Right. Yeah.
but I appreciate them for what they are, and I genuinely have a ton of nostalgia. You have any movies like that where you're like, they're not great?
I do remember one movie I watched when I was a kid. It got horrible reviews, and no one. I think it was released the same weekend as like another big movie, and John Carter of Mars. Do you remember this movie?
No.
So I think it was Taylor Kitsch was the main guy. Taylor Kitsch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about?
Friday Night Lights, bro.
Yeah.
I watched Friday Night Lights like 7 times.
Oh, for real? Dude, you know he was also in The Lone Survivor?
Yeah, I just watched that recently.
Oh, bro, great movie.
Very good movie.
Yeah, Lone Survivor was awesome.
Very good movie.
But I mean, I guess when you're adapting stuff from real stories that are just great stories, then it's going to be a good movie. Because you don't have to write the story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
John Carter, not great.
Yeah, well, yeah, in hindsight, it was not great. But I just remember as a kid, like, for me, like I had like as a kid, you don't have an idea of what a bad movie is.
Yeah, you don't have a frame of reference. You just think like,
right.
This
I'm
movie
here
has
to movie.
Spider-Man in it, and I like Spider-Man.
Right, yeah,
Therefore,
yeah.
this movie is good.
But I was still I was probably 14 at the time, 14 or 15. But the thing is, like, I just enjoy watching movies. So like, I'm not gonna be the type of person that's like, if I go, even if the movie's crap, I'm gonna be like, it was a movie.
See,
you know?
I feel that as well. I feel that in a sense because I feel like even if a movie is bad per se, I can still have an enjoyable time depending on what I'm doing and who I'm with.
Right, yeah.
Like me and my friends in high school, all we did was watch movies together.
Yeah.
And we watched some stinkers, but I still had a good time with my friends. Shout out to everyone from my high school.
Okay, here's a random question.
Yes. Bless you.
Sorry. Number one worst Marvel movie ever made?
Ever or in the MCU?
Both.
Ever? It's probably Fantastic Four with Jessica Alba.
That's funny.
In the MCU,
We were just talking about that the other day.
maybe Iron Man 2?
Iron Man 2, really?
Or Thor the Dark World is up there too. Thor the Dark World is just some garbage. It's not good. Here's the thing about Marvel movies. I've said it before. There are no bad Marvel movies. Even the worst of the worst there are no bad MCU movie. Even the worst of the worst MCU movie is leagues ahead of what I consider to be a garbage trash movie, like Fantastic Four.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's funny. Because there have been some like, I don't know, like I've definitely been to some MCU movies where I just was not impressed. You know?
Yeah, but it's not like that's the worst. Like, there's no value in that. It's just like it's standard. They made it easy.
I think the one thing for me that MCU does like consistently that is kind of bores me is just how predictable they are. You know what I mean?
They do have a formula, and the
formula.
The great thing is when movies like The Winter Soldier happen, and they can break that formula, or when a movie like Guardians of the Galaxy happens and they can break it. But
I remember I saw The Winter Soldier. I get Winter Soldier and Civil War mixed up.
Both of those movies break it.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier more than Civil War, but when they break it, it's like, wow. Like,
bro, when they brought Bucky back, dude. Oh, that's a spoiler.
People have seen The Winter Soldier. Dude,
that's true.
The Winter Soldier came out, and I went to see it with my friends, 2 of whom are married now and have like 4 kids. And my buddy.
Wait, like all together or like
no,
each of them have 4?
No, one of them married the girl we were with. Wonderful girl. They have 4 kids now.
Okay,
And
so that couple has four
that
kids.
four kids. The other couple eventually broke up, but I was seeing with those two, and I didn't have a car. We weren't allowed to have cars at my college. We go to the movies. We see this movie. We come back. My friend Zach had a headache.
Okay.
And everyone's like, Zach, are you doing okay? Are you doing okay? And I am oblivious fanboy, 18-year-old Michael. And I'm in the car screaming. I'm like, oh my gosh, did you guys see when Cap took the shield back? And everyone's like, can you stop?
Oh my
like,
gosh,
he has
dude.
a headache. You're being so insensitive. And I'm like, but the shield, and Bucky, he had a middle arm.
Oh gosh, dude. We've all been there though.
Yeah.
I went through that phase. It was
I mean, I'm still in that phase. I'm still in that. Depending on what Marvel can do, I mean, I actually believe that there's some genuinely brilliant storytelling and filmmaking within certain Marvel movies, like a Guardians of the Galaxy, like the ones we've just talked about.
Yeah.
Like certain moments of Spider-Man Homecoming that I think are genuinely brilliant, and which I think is why I love film, because I can actually say that there are certain films that have changed either my life or my perspective on life.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, and I think it's when you see those movies like in the MCU they're just not so like cookie cutter, and it's like, yeah, that was pretty good. It's just like, I don't know, I saw so many that were just like, I'm just watching the same story over and over and over again.
Yeah, they
You
do
know what I
start
mean?
to blend together. You know, the hero gets their powers, they lose either their mom or their aunt or something, and then at the end, they say some speech, and then they defeat the bad guy just barely, and the world is saved from the blue beam in the sky.
Right, 100%.
That's essentially Man of Steel.
But I mean, yeah, it's because like, oh, you were going on a Man of Steel.
Oh, I was just saying that's Man of Steel, which I think is one of the most average movies I've ever seen.
I remember us talking about this.
Yeah.
It was wasn't that the first Henry Cavill Superman?
That was the first Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill is the definite.
Also, is it Cavill or is it Cavill?
I think it's Cavill.
Oh, okay.
But I will say this, and I think I told you this. Henry Cavill is the definition of like the phrase when they're like, women want him, men want to be him.
Yeah.
Because I want to be Henry Cavill. That dude's awesome.
Yeah. You can take one look at that guy and go, like, that's just a specimen right
like,
there.
You
know
are
what
better
I mean?
than me.
Yeah, you are in every sense of the word better than me.
But
my girlfriend should break up with me right now
and go for you. It's like
100%.
That movie also. Did I tell you? Yeah, that's one of the. There's about 5 movies on this planet. I cannot cry, physically. I feel like my tear ducts have shut. Last time I cried about something, I think, was 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago. I can only cry during movies.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Only cry during movies, and for some reason, Man of Steel can make me cry.
That's wow.
And I don't even love that movie.
What part of it?
There's a part where Jonathan Kent, Pa Kent, is talking to a young teenage Clark, and he says something along the lines of, and I'm getting chills just thinking of it right now. Clark, there's gonna come a time where you're gonna have to make a choice whether to stand proudly in front of the human race or not, but you're gonna have to make that choice. And Clark goes, well, can't I just go back to being your son? And then Jonathan goes, you are my son.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Every single... I can watch a 2-minute clip of that on YouTube, and I will start bawling my eyes out.
100%. That's what's up, dude. That's like the... I get that chill whenever, this... Oh, wait, you haven't seen Braveheart.
I haven't seen Braveheart.
This is... Look, one of the top 5 movies of all time, in my opinion.
Tearjerker?
Dude, it is... it's so good. I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, it's not historically accurate. It's, dude, it's a great movie. You know what I mean?
I still need to see that.
You need to see it, bro. Oh my gosh. It's like it's like, I respect your opinion on movies, but it's like, that's the one reason that I'm like, I don't know if I really do respect his opinion on movies because he's never seen Braveheart. Dude, it's such a good movie.
I'll get it. I'll put it on my list. I mean, right now, yeah, I have a couple of movies on my list. The other one that makes me cry is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I'm just
Charlie
kidding.
and the Chocolate Factory. It's like, Wait. What?
Yeah, it's just when Johnny Depp tells him that he can finally get the factory, I just lose it.
Oh, you're talking about the Johnny Depp one.
No, I'm just.
I thought you were talking about
I do not cry during either of the Chocolate Factory movies.
What's the one? It's Gene somebody.
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder. Yeah, that
You know
one.
the crazy part is
No. Listen, for some reason, every school I went to, it seemed like they were playing that movie in a class 4 or 5 times a year, every single year.
You know what the funny thing about that movie is?
What?
You know the iconic scene where he like takes a bite of the cup?
Yeah.
It's not chocolate. He had to redo that take every time. He's taking a bite of a plastic cup that he would just chew.
Oh my gosh. Bro, man's a goat. Gene Wilder.
Yeah.
But I got so tired of that movie. The whole idea of it being a musical, and it's like, oh.
Come with me. That song's heat. Come on.
Wait, which one?
Pure Imagination.
Oh, yeah, no, but it gets stuck in my head. Freaking the fact that you just mentioned it now, it's stuck in my head now.
The premise of that movie is so funny. I love the people in the memes who are like, Gene Wilder has been like that Charlie's grandpa. He was in bed all day and he was sickly. And then he's like, you get to go to the Chocolate Factory. And he's like, oh, well, I guess my legs work now.
Right. Yeah. That's funny, dude.
Dude, yeah, I didn't even like candy growing up, which is weird.
Oh, yeah?
I was a kid who did not like no chocolate, no candy, no sweets, really.
Interesting.
And like I would see that movie and I would wish that I liked candy. So I could like, because I was like, if they gave me a Chocolate Factory, that sounds awful.
Right. Mike was like the super healthy kid. Can I get a factory of Subway sandwiches?
Literally, dude. I grew up in the $5 footlong era. So
yes, dude. It was so legendary.
it wasn't though because it was like very specific subs over $5.
Well, they didn't start doing that until later on, I thought.
No, I remember going there and being like,
There was like, it was like 8 that you
I
had
get
to
a
pick from.
Yeah, and I'd be like, let me get a chicken and cheese sub, and then at the end of the line it would be like, oh, it's
$9.
Yeah, $11. I'd be like, what? I love Subway. I want to pay $5.
They're like, yeah, sorry. Yeah, you could get that tuna sub for $5 though, bro.
Tuna sub. Who was I talking to that loves Subway?
That fake tuna meat, bro. I actually think it's all right, but
Who was I talking to that loves Subway? I think it was my friend Andrew. I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Someone I was talking to loves Subway.
It was great whenever it was cheap, dude, but now it's not anymore. Makes me sad.
I haven't been to no, I have been to Subway when we watched Oppenheimer.
Wait, did you go before or after?
I went during because I saw Oppenheimer opening weekend 3 times.
Oh.
And the first time was by myself. The second one was with Daniel and his girlfriend. And like 5 minutes into the movie, because it's a 3-hour long movie, I was like, I am hungry. Like I am starving. So I left.
When he said Daniel and his girlfriend, he meant me, by the way.
I left. I ran to Subway. I got my sandwich and I ran back.
Did you eat it in the theater?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm just imagining that paper crinkling and all the people in the theater just going, for real, bro?
It was like an IMAX with like 50,000 people. Incredible movie, by the way.
Oh, yeah, dude. I need to go see it again. I feel like that's one of those movies you could watch 10 times and still figure out something new.
Oh, yeah. I've watched
I love those movies.
3 times now.
Yeah.
And
is it different every time you watch it? Is it one of those?
It is a little bit. It is a little bit because RDJ is so fantastic. And if he doesn't win Best Supporting Actor, because he won't, because the Oscars always get everything wrong. If he doesn't win Best Supporting Actor, I will have a bad day.
A what?
A bad day.
A bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that movie was amazing. I loved Oppenheimer.
Also, Emily Blunt is my favorite actress in Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah, by far. But at this point, by far.
Just because of her performance in Oppenheimer, or what?
No, she's also in another film with Tom Cruise. She's in.
Was she in the Mission Impossibles with Tom Cruise? Or no.
Dude,
one of the movies I saw of hers that was good was the Quiet Place movie.
Yep, she's in A Quiet Place.
Very good.
Fantastic. She's in a movie with Jason Segel called The 5-Year Engagement. Also, Jason Segel, phenomenal.
Bro, Jason Segel is the GOAT. He's the GOAT, bro. I love Jason Segel.
So funny. And the crazy thing, watching How I Met Your Mother, because I'm close to my 30s now.
Yeah.
If you watch the early seasons of How I Met Your Mother, Jason Segel's on there. He's 24.
In the beginning season, he's 24.
And
Wow.
to think that I'm that much older than Marshall Erickson is very strange for me.
Right. It is. It's a weird feeling, isn't it?
But
Yeah.
yeah, Emily Blunt is like so
She's underrated as an
there's
actress.
a presence she has on screen that very few other actors have, and every time I watch her, I'm just like,
Emily Blunt or Jenna Fisher?
Jenna Fisher.
Pam from The Office.
Yeah,
Bro.
as an actor,
As an actress.
Emily
Blunt or Jenna Fisher?
Emily Blunt. It's not even a question.
Really?
I don't really know what
More than Pam from The
What has
Office.
Jenna Fisher done? Dude, Pam cheated on Jim
Did she?
with the camera guy. I you cannot convince me it didn't happen. I will stand on this hill till the day I die.
Wait. I can't. Was there like a scene in The Office though where it actually happened?
No,
Were they-
I
no?
like to. People get mad at me when I say that, but I like to jokingly say that.
I guess I'm not a true Office fan then. If I didn't get mad at you for that, for saying that.
Pam, dude, I like Jenna Fisher. Don't get me wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't seen her in a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I really feel like The Office is kind of what she hung her hat on. You know?
Which is not any like that's one of probably the great.
Yeah,
When
one of the most iconic shows of all time for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of guys from The Office. Krasinski has ended up having like a world class career.
Yeah,
Steve Carell has had a world class career.
but like who else from that? Oh, BJ Novak. He's also had a world class career.
He was in a movie with Mayer.
Wait, was it Get Hard? That one with
It came out like last year, I think. Yeah,
with Mayer, John Mayer.
John Mayer
was in a movie that came out last year.
BJ Novak.
BJ Novak and John Mayer were in the same movie,
Yes,
and it came out last year.
dude.
What was the movie?
My favorite Ryan. I don't know what the name was.
The only movie I thought John Mayer's ever been in was that comedy movie with Will Ferrell called Get Hard.
Yeah, I
Kevin Hart.
I saw that scene, and I don't like that scene.
Bro, you don't? Bro, I thought it was
He's
hilarious.
so clearly like
He's fake playing.
Yeah, Will Ferrell, and he's like, "Let me take a couple bars, John." So, it was
That's so funny though.
the one I do like is what were we just talking about? Krasinski, The Office. What's your favorite Office episode?
I'd say Diversity Day is up there.
Diversity Day is great.
That's the most like I feel like the most iconic one. I think the one where he's running the 5K and with the pasta and everything.
Oh, he's like rabies
Got a carb load.
Rabies patients have a fear of water.
Wait, what has a fear of water?
It says rabies patients they have like a fear of water when he's like
Really?
yeah, whatever he says. There are certain points of that show, depending on the episode, that I think they're so good.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite's probably Prison Mike.
Prison Mike?
Yeah, like when they figure out there's a convict in the office.
Really?
Yeah, it's
sorry, go ahead.
And then my other favorite for some reason is
I have one more after this.
the episode where they're like where they're trying to get the pizza delivered and they take the pizza guy hostage.
Wait, for real? Oh my gosh, that's funny.
The kid's like, this is so stupid, and Michael's like, you don't even know what stupid is.
Bro, another one of my favorites one is when Michael goes out and tries to survive like in the wild. You remember that one? And Dwight comes out there and tackles him right before he eats the mushroom. Don't eat the mushroom.
Don't eat the Oh, I also love when
Oh my gosh, dude.
yeah, that show was. That's my thing on Cheese, man. That show is epic, legendary, all time. But everyone's like, you know what my favorite episode is? Jim and Pam's wedding, and I'm like, I can't do it.
Right, yeah.
Like,
super cheesy.
There's just so much. There's just so much cheese.
Unpopular opinion. Best TV wedding, April and Andy in Parks and Rec.
My favorite scene from that is when Tom and John Ralphio are thinking of his speech, and he's like, "You should go Vince Vaughn, swingers or crashers, Fred Claus."
Bro, John Ralphio is so iconic.
John Ralphio,
One of the most iconic characters in TV history.
Every line when he goes up to Leslie at the end, he's like, Do you want to do an insurance scam with me where we fake being a couple, but at the end we fall in love for real?"
Oh my gosh, dude. Ben Schwartz is the goat, bro. He's so good, man.
And he's like, what's that on your, when Joan Colomez was like, "What's that on your leg?" And he's like, "It's my monitor for violating my house arrest." There's certain scenes I don't know how he came. I don't know how he came up with them because they're so good.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude. Freaking oh gosh, dude.
I think
when his sister fakes being pregnant to Tom.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh,
I'm
so
gonna be
funny.
an uncle. I can't deal with that much responsibility. Gotta go.
Oh man.
My favorite is when him and Tom first start Entertainment 720, and they bring Ben in to like go over their books, and he's like, he goes up to one of the models, and he's like, "How much are you being paid?" And she's like, $100,000 a year. And at the end, they're like, "You know what? We had a great ride with Entertainment 720, but who would have known you would have needed to make money to have a business?" Ben's just like,
You're right, yeah.
Yeah.
Love Ben.
Ben,
But one of my favorite running jokes in that show was when he would go to work for that accounting firm and
yeah.
then quit the day after.
Ben 10's got a great joke. You gotta hear this one. Guys, Ben's quitting again.
It was the best day of my life, and then it became the worst.
Dude, one of my favorite bits. Very crass, but Crazy Ira. Like the radio show.
Oh, yeah.
And they have Ben on, and he's just like a wreck.
Right, yeah. And it finds out that they later on find out that he was just doing that as a character. He's actually like a Harvard educated guy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And he's like, if I have a daughter, I'll probably name her something. I'll probably name her after my grandma. She was this wonderful, strong woman. And if we have a son, I'll name him something funny like OJ.
Oh my gosh, dude.
You say John Ralphio is your favorite Parks and Rec character?
I don't know. I always either say Andy Dwyer or Ron Swanson. But, dude, John Ralphio is up there. I love John Ralphio. Here's the thing. There are scenes of Ron Swanson's that I don't just bust out laughing at. And it's the same with Andy Dwyer. Almost every scene that John Ralphio's in, I'm crying laughing.
The two scenes that make me just lose it with Ron Swanson are, number one, when he makes the basketball team and he's giving them all the kids how to be a man, and he's like,
he shaves all their heads.
There are two haircuts. There's buzz cut and high and tight. He looks at the one kid and he goes, "Are the scissors broken in your house, son?"
Bro, when he throws the chair.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, Ron is next level.
Oh my gosh. Give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
No, hold on. Wait. What you heard was, give me a lot of bacon and eggs.
What I meant was, give me all the bacon and eggs you have.
I think that was the point where I think that was that might have been the specific joke that hooked me on the show. Like the specific, if there was one, it was the bacon and eggs joke. Because again, I told you last week, I think season 1 of that show just doesn't know what it is.
Oh yeah,
It's
for sure.
It's so strange, and then they get
like, who is Mark? Like, why is he there?
Who is Mark? Not that he's a bad actor because I've seen him before and good stuff, but I think the show hit its stride as soon as
Season
Chris
2?
and Ben came through.
Oh, so season 3. I think it was season 3 when they came
Season 2
in.
they came through at the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I remember specifically because it was the episode where like they're like the government. They have like all the government spending, and Ron comes in and he's like, "This is the first day I've ever been glad to be at work." What should we cut first? Oh no, I know what it was. It's when the other moment was when Ron is explaining taxes to like the little girl.
Yes. Oh my god.
You see, this is your sandwich. And he takes a bite. No, I get 60% of your sandwich. Oh wait, capital gains tax.
He just eats all of her sandwich.
Like,
The kid's mom comes back to the report. She was supposed to write a report on why government matters. It just says it doesn't. He goes, "Well said." Oh my gosh, bro.
Dude, he is an actor. He's so like that role is perfect for Nick Offerman.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We might have to take a break here because I have to pee pretty bad.
Yeah.